Ladies and gentlemen, we are a little over a week away from the Go Tour Sinnoh event, Los Angeles / Pasadena event. And there's a few things we need to look at for those of you who are actually going, like I am. So let's not waste any time. Let's get on with it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. It's your boy Drew, and for today's date is Tuesday, February the 6th. So, what are we talking about? Are we talking about what are the best ways to go about, playing the event, getting the best strategies out there, stuff like that? Not yet. Not yet. That, we're going to try to say that for next week. But, what we're going to talk about is, what can you do at the event? What can you bring into the event? What can't you bring into the event? So yeah, we gotta go over that because this list is kind of egregious. So let's not waste any time. Let's get on with it. Check this out. So as you can see, we are on gotour.pokemongolive.com event-features page right here. So let's just scroll all the way down here because we know about this part right here. We're gonna go all the way down to the FAQs. That's what we're going to talk about. So there are two ways for you to get into the event. Now before we get into this, let's talk about where the event will be at exactly. So obviously you're thinking, oh, it's going to be in Los Angeles, so what's the big deal? That's kind of not accurate because, well, yeah, if you got like a different day fiasco going on, then yeah, you could play the event in the city. There's the city experience that you can do in LA if you want. But if we go to the actual event where you got the park event, or the park experience rather, that will actually take place at the Rose Bowl Stadium and the neighboring golf course. So here's the deal. Let's take a look at this. So to get into the Rose Bowl Stadium, there's two ways to get in. You got the north gate, which is lot K, and the south entryway, which is gate A. So there you go with that. Now, of course, if you don't have a ticket or it's not your time for your park experience, whatever the case may be, they will not let you in, apparently. They will not let you in. Now, you probably wonder, okay, what are the ways to get there? Like from the airport, like I hope you're not going there straight from the airport. You're looking at at least 50-minute drive from the airport all the way to the Rose Bowl Stadium. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, one thing you could do is the bus, which there's going to be a shuttle that will be available to escort ticketed trainers to and from the Parsons building to the Rose Bowl Stadium, which is lot D, every 15 minutes on a first come first serve basis during event hours. Obviously, they talk about Ubers and Lyfts and taxis and things of that nature. And there's, designated ride shares, drop off locations at the Parsons building and the Rose Bowl Stadium. And they have the address in case you wonder where the Parsons building is, because they mentioned that for the bus, but they didn't mention the address. Here it is right here at 100 W Walnut Street. And then, of course, the Rose Bowl Stadium, the rideshare will be doing their drop-offs at lot 8. So there's that. Then there's the Metro. So you can take the A line from any of the following stations in downtown Los Angeles to get to Pasadena. So they listed the ones right there. And then you can check out the map right there. And then talk about biking and wheel devices. Okay, whatever. Now, if you are driving there, I don't know why anybody would drive there because driving in LA is terrible based on what I heard. But if you are driving there, they do have parking. Designated ADA parking, by the way. So yeah, there's ADA parking, which will cost $30. Otherwise, I would not advise you to try that. There's a link to purchase parking, but yeah, there you go with that. And then they talk about ticketing information. We're just going to close that because tickets are sold out. Now, they talk about how to check in. To begin your Pokemon Go Tour Park experience, simply arrive at the Rose Bowl Stadium on the date and time of your purchase ticket. Trainers who do not have a valid ticket will be unable to see or interact with any Pokemon at the venue. So, first of all, if you don't have a ticket or if that's not your play day, well, I would probably say don't show up at the park. Don't show up at the stadium. First of all, you try to show up at the stadium, they won't let you in. So, there's that. But yeah, don't try to show up. I'm letting you know right now. Then, of course, we got the COVID precautions. So, you can read that on your own. Now, this is the part right here. What items can you bring and what isn't allowed? Now, we've seen this in the past in regards to Go Fest, when we're looking at like 2017 and especially 2018. I don't remember if I did this in 2019 because at that point it's like, because you're going to be at a major park. So it's like, blah, don't take it seriously. But here, we're looking at a stadium where half of it is a stadium, the other half is a golf course. So what's allowed? Standard school size backpacks. Now, if I was to be honest here, I would advise you to bring one of those see-through backpacks or one of those mesh backpacks. The mesh backpacks, or mesh, how you pronounce it, is the one that have multiple holes around the backpack so you can see the inside of it. Like the one I have. I actually have one of those. So I highly advise you to do that. Strollers are welcome but not allowed to be stored in an aisle or under a seat. Strollers are not permitted on the Rose Bowl Stadium field. So right there, we can be on the field. Oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. Binoculars, which is, I don't get why anybody would need binoculars. That make no sense to me, but whatever. Blankets, sheets, and towels. Okay, that's a new one. I want to say in the past, they would not allow you to bring blankets or sheets. Especially since there was this one time where they would not allow you to bring a flag, and you could use a blanket or the sheet to make a flag. So that's new. But the towels, okay, that's whatever. Cameras, basic point and shoot consumer grade cameras. And okay, if you are another content creator that is not working with Niantic, ignore this, man. Ignore this. I'll get more on that in a second. Sealed sunscreen, and then there's also no aerosols containers, and factory sealed bottles of water or empty reusable water bottles. Free water filling stations are available on site. So that's always been a thing. Now, the prohibited stuff, this is the longest list I have ever seen that Niantic put out for things that are prohibited, aka not allowed. Let's take a look at this. Animals, please refer to the pet in service animal policy. So there's that. So obviously if you have one of those special pets or special dogs, something like that, I'm assuming that would be allowed, but there might be a policy for that. So I highly advise you to check that out. Balls, toys, or sports equipment. Okay, that makes sense. Even though you're going to be on a football field. Go figure that. But, or in a golf course. But, yeah, I can understand that. You're not there to play sports. You're there to play Pokemon Go. And here it is right here. Banners, signs, flags, poles, or sticks. And I'm like, y'all allow blankets and sheets, but not the stuff that you can use blankets and sheets into. Like, you see what I'm getting at right there? So, while the banners, signs, flags, poles, or sticks part makes sense, the blankets and sheets and towels part, well, not the towels part makes sense. But the blankets and sheets part being allowed makes no sense to me either. And now the sticks, okay, now, then at that point, my question is, what about walking sticks? Because you're doing a lot of walking. And then you talk about being on a golf course, which potentially involves you going uphill. You could be going uphill. Not everybody is built like that. They will need a walking stick. So, but at the same time, because it's a walking stick, I think they will allow you to bring that in the golf course. I'm not sure about the stadium. Well, then you may have to go up and down stairs or go up and down a ramp. I don't know. So there's that as well. Oh, here's an interesting one. Beverage containers larger than 32 ounces or 1 liter, factory sealed plastic bottles and empty reusable bottles are allowed, limited to per person. So, like, I guess one of those, I don't know. I'm not sure they're going to be, well, I don't know. The stadium might be that uptight with that. So, yeah, be wary of that. Boxes or wrap packages. Okay, that makes sense. Cans, glass bottles, or alcoholic beverages, obviously. Drones. Okay, I can see that. It's right. Helium balloons. I can see that. Laser pointers. Yeah, that makes sense. Noise makers, including thunder sticks, musical instruments, whistles, air horns, and boom boxes. Whistles? Okay, but yeah, that was unexpected. Okay, anywho. Oh, and here's where they're being petty. Outside food, except for those with medical dietary restrictions. So this is where they're being petty, because they want you to be like, oh no, don't bring a lunch. You either got to eat inside here, whatever the case may be. I'm like, really? Really? Yeah, they're being petty with that one. Skates, skateboard, hoverboard, scooters, or bicycles. Well, a minute ago, we could have bike to the event, but not inside. Okay, I can understand that. Okay. Moving on. Stadium seat cushions with metal frames. Okay, that's a new one. Umbrellas. Ignore that one. Ignore that one. And ignore umbrellas. Ignore umbrellas. Now, what I will say is this. Try to bring like the smallest umbrella that you have. Don't bring one of those really long ones that are really long, even when you fold it up. No, don't bring that. Bring the smaller one for your own convenience. Just bring the smaller one. Unauthorized cameras with lenses longer than 3.5 inches, interchangeable or telephoto lenses. And then here we go. Unauthorized video cameras, monopods, tripods, or selfie sticks. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, with the exception of the selfie sticks, and what the heck is a monopod? Yeah, what is a monopod? I have no clue what a monopod is. What is that? A monopod? Always one of those things. Okay. So the selfie sticks, I would say, like, yeah, unless it's a small selfie stick, like, you know, don't bring a really long selfie stick. But the small ones, you should be straight. You should be straight. Now the monopod, which is like I guess it's like a fancier, or depending on the size of it, don't bring a long monopod. I'm looking at some right now. There's some small ones that are handheld, and I'm like, the smaller ones, again, you should be fine. But if they like the ones where you have to, like, you can stand up with the three legs, nah, don't bring that. Don't bring that. Everything else, like it talks about the lenses, all that stuff, yeah, you're straight with that. Like, you should be good with that. They shouldn't be tripping about that. All right, moving on. Weapons or projectiles, obviously. Smoking is prohibited at the Rose Bowl Stadium, both in stores and outdoors. And then there's a Pasadena code, you know, chapter 8.78. This prohibits extends to e-cigarettes, vaping devices, and hookahs. Smoking is allowed on a golf course, but not inside or adjacent to the clubhouse and clubhouse ooh, we're gonna be in the clubhouse? Okay. In a clubhouse patio? Okay, nice. Smoking or vaping of any form of cannabis products is not allowed anywhere in a licensed premises. Okay. Drones or any other remote flying devices. They say drones up here. Why are they saying drones again? See, this is what I mean. This list is like egregiously long. Carrying, possession, or discharging of any firearms, which is, where's that? Weapons, projectiles. Okay, weapons. Like, come on, see? Moving on. Firecrackers, rockets, torpedoes, other fireworks, slingshots, or boomerangs with any county facility and parks is prohibited. See, this is like over the top right here. Some of this is over the top. Illegal in illicit, how you pronounce that word, substance of any kind. Drugs or drug paraphernalia. Okay. Consumption of alcoholic beverages, except in designated areas. And they kind of said that already. Here it is. Cans, glass bottles, or alcoholic beverages. Why are they mentioning that? Again, another one. Why are they mentioning that twice? Moving on. It is prohibited to consume alcoholic beverages on roadways, parking lots, playgrounds, swimming pools, athletic fields, tennis courts, community centers, and at loose youth events, without prior approval of the director of parks and recreation or designee. And again, you already said that we don't need this bulletin. Get that out of here. Tents. How you pronounce that? Canopies or shade structures of any kind. So hats? But no, I'm just playing. Okay, probably, yeah, I think I know what they talk about here. Whatever, so be it. Preparation or cooking of food on site. Okay, that makes sense. Anything that requires being affixed to park features. Unauthorized, unlicensed vendors. Unauthorized solicitation in materials, including handbills, flyers, stickers, beach balls, giveaway samples, etc. Ooh, so that's gonna be interesting. I know like a few people who have like pins that they like to give out and sell, things of that nature. So that's gonna be very interesting. Excessively loud music from internal vehicles, speakers, or portable radios. Excessively loud music is defined as music at a level that annoys other park users or park neighbors. Okay, that makes sense. Fires other than those in picnic stoves, grills, braziers, or fire pits provided for that purpose or as approved by the Director of Parks and Recreation or designee. Makes sense. Sales or bartering of goods/services, food, and or beverages without prior approval of the Director of Parks and Recreation or degree. Glass containers, large backpacks, no frames or camping gear. Makes sense. Professional audio recording equipment. I guess the same stuff that you see people use for TV. Professional video equipment, same thing. That's what I'm assuming. Oh, here's where things get really interesting. Camera accessories such as selfie sticks, tripod, monopods, GoPro mounts, and attachments or other commercial equipment. Again, they said that already. If we were to scroll up, like right here, unauthorized video cameras, monopods, tripods, and selfie sticks. And again, I'm gonna tell you guys to ignore that. As long as like the selfie sticks and the monopod aren't exactly long as heck, that's the only thing. If they're like short or small, then yeah, you should be straight. Totems, flags, and again, they said this already. Totems, flags, and banners. They said that already. Where's that one? Flags and banners one? There it is. Banners, signs, Like, y'all said it already. Why y'all saying it again? Let's move on. Coolers of any kind. Exceptions may be made for medical use, okay? Hammocks. Who gonna bring a hammock inside of a football stadium? That makes no sense. Water guns or squirt guns. Okay, that makes sense. Professional grade radios and walkie-talkies. They said that before in past GoFest events. And like, people still use these. We got cell phones. People still use these, but okay. Skateboards, scooters, wagons, carts, including red wagons. I don't know what the difference is, but okay. Or any personal motorized vehicles, not including devices that are needed for assistance, rather. Chairs of any kind. Cigarettes, e-cigs, or y'all said that already. Like, where was that at? That smoking is prohibited. See, extends to e-cigs, vaping, and like y'all said that already. Why? And then y'all said this one too, including sunscreen and personal beauty products, which was way up here somewhere. There it is. Bam, right there. Y'all said that already. So that make no sense. And then they talk about merchandise. Obviously, there'll be merchandise there. Guest services, obviously. So there you go with that. Sustainability. So let's take a look at this real quick. So apparently there's going to be a path that you have to stick to. So there you go with that. And then they talk about pack it in and pack it out. Keep route like route. Leave it as you find it. What to do with your trash. Obviously, there's going to be trash bags. This ain't Japan. We have to carry your own tracks everywhere. And then there's an exit. Okay, now this one is very important since we're talking about a football stadium. Because normally when you leave a stadium, you can't go back in. What did it say here? All ticket holders are allowed to re-enter the event throughout their ticketed session. Only ticket holders will be able to participate in the Pokemon Go Tour gameplay experience in specialized elements. Trainers requiring additional support while inside the venue, including minors and individuals with disabilities, are asked to limit companions to a maximum of 2. Companions will be asked to enter the venue through designated companion lanes. Venue staff can assist with locating and using these lanes. Okay, that's interesting. What happens if you need help or get lost? There you go. Accessibility and accommodations. There you go. Medical, mobility limitations, accessible parking. And then here we go. Pets and service animals, food and beverages. So there's that. There's going to be refill water bottles or hydration stations. And then there will be food vendors there. And then if the weather's bad, and apparently it may rain there, the event will take place rain or shine. Please dress appropriately for the weather conditions. No refunds will be given due to inclement weather. In the case of extreme weather, directions to the nearest shelters will be communicated to attendees. And then they talk about press. So there you go with that. So there you have it. Some interesting stuff. So there's some things they kind of over the top with it, but there's some things you gotta keep in mind of, because again, half of that is at a golf course, but the other half is at an actual stadium, and not just any stadium. We talk about one of the most well-known stadiums in the entire world, one of the oldest stadiums in the world. So, and I can't wait to step foot inside of it. That's gonna be fun. So keep that in mind. So for those of you who are content creators that worry about the cameras thing, again, it's gonna be like GoFest in 2017 and 2018. As long as you don't bring like some video, audio equipment that you see on television or in the news, you should be fine. Just bring, small stuff, small accessories, like a small tripod, small selfie stick, small monopod that don't have 3 legs or legs at all. You should be fine. You should be completely fine. So there you go with that. I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know what this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah. Subscribe. Thanks, man. Do it. After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon so you never miss a new video or a live stream ever again. Thanks, guys.
Lewis the trainer, articulating paint. With my tongue, I done things that people said I can't. Now they rank 'em with the elite, but it's for the people, and victory is part of defeat. Cause when you get back on your feet, then you try again. Learn from mistakes, show 'em that I got what it takes, and I'm dying to win. I'ma hit and move away.